Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another video. Today we are gonna do Sans Holiday Hack Challenge 2025, which is a hacking CTF kind of challenge created for holidays, and basically you can come here and compete in some challenges. So I'm gonna run through as many challenges as I can in like an hour or two. We'll see how far can we get. I just wanted to create this video because I've seen a lot of people wanting. I'm gonna move the noise now because I've seen a lot of people wanting me to create some CTF videos. So I decided to do this year's Sans challenge, and I'm gonna make this video quite long, just to show some how I do CTFs and stuff like that. So I've done Sans 2024 challenges, quite a few of them, so I know how everything works here. So I'm gonna go through the dialogue. Welcome to the Sans 2025 challenge. We're on a train heading, not to the North Pole, but instead to the neighborhood. Your cybersecurity skills are needed three this year. I guess through this year. I'm here to help orient you to this year's exciting challenge. Alright, I'm the chief of staff at Counterhack, making sure the right people are doing the right thing at the right place at the right time, herding cats in other words. I love sports, especially college basketball. My favorite teams are these ones. Alright, I'm not really gonna read through all these dialogues. Just click on, think you can give this terminal a try, just click on it and follow the instructions. So I guess this is our first challenge. There's no more dialogue. So I'm gonna click on this first challenge and then enter the answer here. I'm gonna type in the answer. Oh, I have to do it up there, I guess. Answer. I thought this is Tmux, but probably not. Alright, and we have unlocked a bunch of new objectives. And I guess we can leave and go through these objectives one by one. I'm not gonna read the story, it's an Act 1. I think there are like a couple of acts, I'm not sure about this year's. But we're gonna try to do as many challenges as we can. So our objectives are these ones. I think green ones are the ones that we have already completed. So the first act should be pretty easy and we should run through all of these challenges kind of quickly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna find Ed's scout upstairs in City Hall and help him troubleshoot a clever phishing tool in his cozy office. So we need to find him in City Hall. I'm not sure why everything is lagging here. Do I have maybe an extension? I might switch to another browser, so I'm gonna maybe pause the video and then come back once I fix everything here. Alright, so I have opened everything in another browser, so maybe right now it will work better, as though I think it is lagging quite a bit here. So maybe I will just have to switch to the traditional STF style, because you can do that as well. But for now, let's just look through this in the normal style. So find Ed scouted upstairs in City Hall. So we have to go into the City Hall. Oh, and where is that? That's the City Hall. Can I do the challenges not in the order? I think I can. But I'm just gonna go through them. Though I think I will just have to switch to like the traditional STF style. What do I have to do? Maybe click here, settings, traditional style, STF style, like that. And then objectives. Alright, so I can just do it like this without walking around. It will be a little bit easier. Though maybe I will switch back to Chrome if I can do that, because I already have set up everything there, like proxy and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna come back in a second Maybe I will just open Chromium like this and then go 2025 holiday challenge sans. Continue. I will have to sign in again. I'm just gonna pause the video. All right. Let's just click on play. Not actually sure why everything is happening, but whatever. Let's just switch to the CTF style. Let's go to objectives. All right. Oh gosh, I could talk for hours about this stuff, but I really need your help. The team has been working on this new SOC tool that helps triage phishing emails, and there are some issues. We have had some pretty sketchy emails coming through, and we need to make sure we block all of the indicators of compromise. Can you please help me? Let's click on Open Terminal. We have I guess SOC tool, and we have this email, and then threat intelligence analysis, extract indicators of compromise. This phishing email may be connected to mysterious GNOME activities reported throughout our neighborhood. Extracting indicators of compromise is essential to protect the counterattack crew and identify the threat actors behind this campaign. Your mission is to extract all suspicious domains, IPs, and URLs and email addresses. Use the tabs below to extract each IOC type. Be sure not to include legitimate assets. So we need to extract domains, we need to extract IP addresses, URLs, and email addresses. I guess we can start with domains. I will just enter maybe, I don't know, there is a reference here. So we can just copy and paste this maybe. Do I have to type everything myself? Not actually sure how do they do the domains. A to Z, 0 to 9, and then plus dot, and then everything like that. Maybe I can do them myself. So let's just A to Z, A to Z, A to Z, like this, and then 0 to 9. Basically, it says to match everything from lowercase a to z, then from uppercase to z, then 0 to 9. Then I will add in backslash and dot. So this backslash will basically say that dot is escaped, because I'm not sure exactly what a dot character is in regex, but then I can do A to Z, and then 0 to 9 like that. Extract. Maybe I need to put everything in like this. I'm really bad with regexes, so let's see. 0 to 9. I'm not sure what this minus means. As I said, I'm not really a big regex guy. Then they do dot, then everything else. Oh, they also include, I guess, the minus symbol itself, because it can contain, it can actually be in a valid domain. And then again, everything like this, plus, and then plus. Not sure what these pluses do. I should probably figure it out. And then we can see some of the domains, and I think they said to not leave, yeah, be sure to include, not include legitimate assets. So legitimate assets will be from to, so I guess it will be our domain, neighborhood.corp. So I'm gonna exclude that. I'm gonna exclude these two. I think this is malicious. I will exclude this one. And then these are not domains. Then for the IP addresses, I guess I can do just 0 to 9 and then match that 3 times. Then escape dot, and then copy this, paste and paste, and then extract. Maybe one more time. Extract, no IP addresses. Did I do this correct or not? Oh, I think I have to do it like this. So I tell it to match 0 to 9, 1, up to 3 times. And yep, we extract some domains. We extract this one, a hotline at. So this is a phone number. So we should exclude these two. And then is these all the IP addresses that we need? They should be, I think. I hope so. So let's move on to URLs. So I will do HTTP question mark s. So it's HTTP or HTTPS colon, and then I have to escape these slashes. Then I will do dot star backslash dot star slash, I guess, question mark slash dot star, a question mark, escape the slash. Let's see, extract. Did it extract all of the URLs? I think it did. Then we need email addresses, and we should probably make sure that our IP addresses do not contain not malicious ones. So receipt from, I think we should exclude this 10, but I'm not sure. 192, 168 should be, I think we should include these two, because these two should be malicious. Then URLs, I think both of these are malicious. And then email addresses, I can do dot star, or maybe just A to Z, and then maybe dash. How do these email addresses look like? Okay. Then I can do plus. I think plus does something like match everything after, and then at dot star, escape the dot, and dot star, extract. All right, we have some email addresses. So we should exclude these two. I think that should be it. At least I hope so. And let's go through this and then just make sure that everything checks out. So we do not need to include these two. This email address should be included, so I'm not sure of what's going on here. Sales at icicleinnovations.mail. Sales.icicleinnovations.mail. It also includes this, so I'm gonna do A to Z, like that, extract. Oh, I need to do also, I think, plus sign, extract, mail corp, like that. Exclude these two. And then we have sales. Okay, this should be good. This is our own, shouldn't be included. This shouldn't be included. All right. Let's scroll down a bit. I think these two should be included, and this should be included as well. So let's try to go to defrag and report. What do we have to do here? Defragging indicators of compromise is crucial to ensure that malicious content cannot be accidentally activated. This phishing campaign may be connected to the recent gnome activities. Your mission is to replace dots with dot slash periods with this, ads, and then basically replace all of the stuff here. And we have quick defrag and apply all defrag work in progress. So we basically need to, I guess, just set everything and then just mix them up, mix all of these and then apply these to our IOCs. It should be pretty easy. So what I'm gonna do is I will do this and then I will put in the semicolon and then copy, then paste it here, put in the semicolon, copy, paste here, semicolon, copy, and then paste here. And then I will click on apply. And then let's click, I think it did everything that we need. Send to security team. Security alert, you're missing some domains. All domains properly defragged to secure DOS's neighborhood. So we left out some domains. Let's see. My domain regex is wrong. I guess I'm only on the first challenge and I'm already recording for 16 minutes. So I'm just gonna take the domain regex and then paste it here. So which domains am I missing exactly? Do I have to leave these three in? Let's see. Yep, this one. I don't really think we need the DOS's neighborhood, but maybe we do. Let's apply this. Send. You're missing some domains. Needs all domains properly defrag. You included domains that don't need defragging. So I missed something. Which domains did I miss? This we don't need. We have iSkillInnovations.mail. Do we also have to do the domain without subdomains? That's probably the case. Domains. Let's just Google for domains, IOC regex, simplifying out IOC's regexes. Maybe without IOCs, regular expressions for domains, basic domain. Let's see, can I maybe just copy this without the starting and then the ending symbol and then paste them here? This doesn't extract. Escape dot only once and remove space instead of curly brackets, and this works. So I guess we can try this one, this regex. Let's paste it here. I think it extracted a little bit more. Let's see. this is not a domain. This is not a domain. Yep, that's exactly what I was hoping for, is that this domain would be extracted because we didn't have it before. So let's try to apply and then send to security team, and then we have success. So I'm gonna close the report now. And then we are, I think I can just close this window, and then we have this completed. Great, now let's go to the next one. I'm gonna pause the video for a second here. All right, let's continue. We have completed the first one. Let me just close these domains, and then let's go to the second one. Neighborhood watch bypass. Was that difficulty one? Yep, yes it was. I mean, it was pretty simple, just that I didn't know how to regex the domains. So let's continue. Neighborhood watch bypass. Anyway, I could use some help here. This fire alarm keeps going nuts, but there's no fire. I checked. I think someone has locked us out of the system. Can you see if you can get back in? Let's open the terminal. Then we have file alarm. Let's read this prompt. Those neighborhood fire alarm system lockout mode, emergency alert, fire alarm, system admin, access has been compromised, the fire safety systems are experiencing interference and admin privileges have been mysteriously revoked, the neighborhood's fire protection infrastructure is at risk, current status limited to standard users only, fire safety systems partially operational, but restricted, mission critical, restore full fire alarm system control. Your mission is to find a way to bypass the current restrictions and elevate to fire system admin privileges. Once you regain full access, run the special command, this one, to restore complete fire alarm system control and protect the dosist neighborhood from potential emergency. Let's do just that. So I guess we just have to privilege escalate. So the first thing I like to do is sudo -l, and then we can see that we can run as root this binary. So let's first of all see if we can modify this binary. We cannot, because it is owned by root and the group is root. And as we can see, maybe I can zoom in a little bit. Yes, I can. As we can see, we have read write execute only for root. For others, only read and execute, but we cannot write to the file. Maybe we can write to the directory, which is ls-la user local /bin, and we can see that we cannot, so that's not the way. Let's see what this binary does. So let's open it in Vim. Vim/user local bin system, like this. It calls echo and then calls free. So what we have is that we can overwrite environment variable, and then we can probably escalate through just writing our own like free binary or df binary, and then writing to it that we should execute bash, and then we will get bash that way. But as I can see up here, is that we have a bunch of and reset, and we are securing our path. So this privileged escalation would not work. And let's actually check what path can we access. So secure path, user local as bin. I think those are all not writable. Secure path. And then we can see this path, which is home chai user /bin. Let's see if it is writable. And indeed, I think it is. It is writable by our user, and then we can write to it. So if we go to this bin directory, echo test to test, and then we can write to test. So I think that's the way to escalate our privileges. And we can see our path also includes this directory, so we don't have to do anything there. So let's try to write a free binary because we have seen before that there is this call to the free binary. And then what I will do is vim and then vim free, actually free with double E, then do /bin/bash, and then basically execute /bin/bash -p. And then what it will do, it will just execute bash and give me a shell. If my theory is correct, so chmod plus x free, and then we can try to run that binary sudo -l. Let me copy this binary, sudo, and then this binary, and then we are root. So we can run this binary to answer, and then as you can see, we did this challenge. So if I click close, this challenge is completed. So it was pretty easy. Let's go to the next one. Think you can check out this terminal for me. I need to use curl to access the gift tracker system, but it has stunned me. Please see what you can do. Let's see. Your task, I'm not gonna read this dialog up here. Your task, use SS tool to identify which port the Santa tracker process is listening on, and then connect to that port. SS-LNTP, we can see that the port is 12321, so it is really easy. Do we have NC? Do we have curl? Yes, we have curl, so curl 127.0.0.1, and then the port, and then we did the challenge. This one was really, really easy, these two compared to the first one. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just trash at regexes. So let's just continue. We have the song here. Santa's got the right idea about giving, and I'm excited to give you a fantastic way to learn about network fundamentals. This interactive visualization I've created shows you exactly how packets travel, how protocols work, and why networks behave the way they do. It's way better than staring at boring textbooks. You can actually see what's happening. Want to dive deep into some hands-on network exploitation? And now let's click on this one. This is just an interactive way to learn about networking, so it should be pretty easy. Let's see. Step one is to find a way, is to find the IP address of this domain. Let's use an IPv4 DNS request. So IPv4 DNS is port 53. Domain name is going to be visualnetworkingholiday.com without the HTTP because port is 53 and not 80. Request type is going to be a single A for IPv4, and then response is going. Do we have to click on here? Please complete all fields, right? So this should be our response because it's IPv4 and then only one A. Yep, it is correct. Let's scroll down here. TCP three-way handshake. So we have to construct the three-way handshake. So we first have SYN, client sends SYN, then we get SYN ACK, and then we get ACK here. The challenge is completed. Then we have to send the HTTP request. Let's send HTTP GET request to retrieve the web page. Get HTTP version, I guess 2 is better. User agent, whatever, doesn't matter. Send the request. Great. And then TLS handshake. This one is a little bit more challenging because I don't really remember this off the top of my head. Oh, this has the hints, but I'm gonna try to do it on my own. Client hello, server hello probably. Then it says sends certificate, then client key exchange, this and this maybe, right? And then we need to send an HTTP request. So it's probably almost the same as the HTTP request, user agent, whatever. Or actually, please subscribe. I would appreciate if you subscribe if you are enjoying this video and you are learning something new. So we have victory on this challenge and it is completed. Let's go to the next one. A visual firewall thinger. Welcome to my little corner of network security finger guns. I've whipped up something sweeter than my favorite whoopie pie, interactive firewall simulator that will teach you more in 10 minutes than most textbooks do in 10 chapters. Don't worry about breaking anything. That's half of the fun. That's half of the fun of learning. Ready to dig in. So we have some kind of a firewall here. Let's see. Welcome to the Holiday Firewall Simulator. This interactive simulator helps you understand how firewalls protect different network zones. Click on any connection between zones to configure firewall rules. The network consists of internet, DMZ, internal network, workstations, or cloud services. If you want to read about this, you can just pause the video here. I'm not going to. Firewall configuration goals. Internal to DMZ, allow only HTTP and HTTPS traffic. These are all of the configuration goals that we have. So internet to DMZ, let's see. To DMZ, we need to do HTTP and HTTPS. So let's allow these two ports. Save rules. It's completed. DMZ to internal should allow 3 ports, or HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH. So it's DMZ to internal, HTTP, HTTPS, and SSH. Then we need to internal to cloud these 4 ports, HTTP, HTTPS, SSH, and IMAP. Wait, which one was that? Internal to cloud. Internal to cloud. 1, 2, 3, 4. Save rules. Then internal to workstations, everything. So we need to click on all of these, save rules, and we have successfully completed this task. It was just a task which got you familiar with firewalls. So far it is really simple. Intro to IMAP. Speaking of tools, let me introduce you to one of the most essential weapons in any pentester's arsenal, nmap. Not really sure what is this item. It's like having X-ray vision for networks, and I've set up a perfect environment for you to learn fundamentals. Help me find and connect you to the hardwiring rigs service on my motorcycle. What is this? Floppy.img. Something broken here. Get item. Okay, so we got some kind of an item. Maybe we will need this for later. Welcome to the intro to nmap terminal. We will learn some nmap basics by running commands to answer the questions asked, which will guide us in finding and connecting to the war driving rig service. Run the command hint to receive a hint. So let's run yes to begin. When run without any options, nmap performs TCP scan on the top 1000 ports. So we need to run nmap scan on this IP address. So nmap on this IP address. We have only 8080. Sometimes are not enough. So we need to run all of the ports. So let's see if we run with -p-. This basically tells nmap, if you don't know, to run with all ports. And we get one more port open. Nmap can also run scan a range of IP addresses, and we need to scan this range. So to do that, I will just copy this and then nmap. I think -sn does something to faster scan or something like that. I will try with -sn, and then to scan the port range, you need to specify the first like 127.0.12 and then from 20 to 28. And then I can click on enter. Host is up. It basically sn just checks if the hosts are up, but nmap, but we need to run port scan. So we got this. Next, let's move on. Nmap has a version detect engine. to help determine what services are running on a given port, what services are running on this on port 8080. So nmap, let's run this again. Then let's run dash p 8080 dash sc and dash sv to enumerate scripts and versions. And then let's wait for it to finish scanning. It should finish in a second here. And then we have simple HTTP server here. Use the netcat tool to connect to this port on this IP address and view the banner return. So let's use netcat. Netcat is a tool to basically with which you can connect to some port or IP address. So let me copy this. In this terminal, you have to copy with Control-C, and I always click Control-Shift-C because in a normal terminal, you just have to click Control-Shift-C to copy. So let's paste this. Welcome to the War driver 9000, and then we are done here in this challenge. So let's click on close. Let's go to the next one. The neighborhood HOA uses Azure storage accounts for various IT operations, so we will have to work with Azure. You've been asked to audit this storage security configuration to ensure no sensitive data is publicly accessible. Return security reports suggest some storage accounts might have public block access enabled, creating potential data exposure risks. So let's open terminal here. It's loading. In a moment, you will be connected to the Azure CLI session in the neighborhood tenant. Your mission, and I didn't finish reading. Can I come back? Yes, I can. Your mission is investigate and where a security vulnerability exists. So we need to find a security vulnerability. Good luck. I'm sure you will do great connecting you now. You may not know this, but the Azure CLI help messages are very easy to access. First try typing AZ help less. And then we get the Azure help commands. I know a couple of them, not an expert in Azure, but I know a little bit about it. Next, you've already been configured with credentials. So we need to type in this, and then we will see the credentials. This is our credentials that we have. Now that you've run a few commands, let's take a look at some Azure storage accounts. So we need to type AZ storage account list, and then pipe it to less. Then we can see all of these storage accounts. I will not pipe it to less because I can just scroll up as is this just normal tmux. Try showing one of those accounts looks suspicious. I think there may be a misconfiguration here. So we need to find which account is misconfigured. So let's look through these accounts. The first account looks pretty normal. If you say public access is false, access tier not sure, blob enabled true, it looks normal. Let me just scroll down like this. The second one looks suspicious because it has allow blob public access set to true, so anyone can look at the blobs. Let's look further down. This is false, this is false, this is false. So I guess our suspicious account is the second one because it has public access enabled. So we need to run this command to show whatever is our vulnerable, I guess, storage account. So is this neighborhood 2? Yes. So AZ storage account show -- name neighborhood 2. And then we can see that It was correct. Now we need to list containers in neighborhood 2 after running the command. What's interesting in the list? We need to list the containers. We are given this link to reference to, not actually remember how to do that. AZ storage container list. And then we need to specify account name. AZ storage container list. The dash account dash name would be neighborhood 2. We have this public. We have this public container, which is public, and this private one. So we can do, let's take a look at blob list in the public container. So we can list the blobs. So AZ storage blob list, AZ storage blob list, and then the parameter is container name. Container name is going to be public probably, or private, I'm not sure. Oh, public access is blob here, and then public access is null. So I guess only public is publicly accessible. Or these are just two containers that are the same. I'm not actually sure. I'm not an expert in Azure, as I already said. And then we need to specify the account name probably. That's pasted here. So we have admin credentials.txt immediately sticks out, and it says nice work. And then we need to download admin credentials. So is there like Azure AZ blob AZ storage blob download, something like that. AZ storage blob download. Yes, there is. So we can probably just use this command. So AZ storage blob download, and we have a hint here to use -- file std out. So we get outputted to std out. What parameters does it take? Account name, container name, file here, -- name. So I guess -- let's see, what did we have above here? Maybe I can just copy these two. Copy these two, Control C, Control V. Then -- name is going to be admin credentials.txt. And then we have the admin credentials. This public container exposed, so we have finished this challenge. All right, we have done this. But what I want to do now, after finishing it, I want to come back into the terminal, and I just thought of an idea here. So after finishing the challenge, we run the finish command here, as you probably noticed that I did. If I type finish here, it says you must complete all the challenges steps first. So while I was doing this challenge, I thought that maybe I can somehow bypass everything here. So let's look, where is this finish binary stored? I guess this is not a part of the challenge. I just wanted to check it out. It's user bin finish. Let's run file against it. We don't have file, so let's just open it in Vim. And it's just a basic bash script. And then finish command for the challenge only works after all steps are completed. Check if all challenge steps are completed. So first of all, it checks if this file exists, and these are just files. And we can write, I think, in ls-la/temp. We should be able to write in temp. We should be able to. So let's just see. So it checks if these files exist. If they don't, it says you must complete all challenges steps first. And then it exists. And after that, it says completing challenge, and then it touches this file. So if we, I guess, how can I try to do this? Maybe if I delete this, oh, I cannot edit this file. So I just have to touch all of these files, and theoretically we should be able to complete the challenge. So let me open another Vim tab here. Tmux pane, I mean, and then we can touch this file. Bash command not found. Touch this file. And then we can see that we jump to the other question. So if we touch all of these files, touch this one, touch this one. I copied it badly, I guess. Touch this one. Yes. Touch this one. Then touch this one. Touch this one. I copied it wrong again. Touch this one. Neighbor public. Touch, and then lastly this one. Then if we type in finish, we are completing this challenge, and then we have completed the challenge. So I guess we kind of hacked the system itself here. We were not supposed to do the challenges like this, but it works and it's fun. I thought it would require a bit more reverse engineering, but maybe it's a little bit easier. The next challenge is spare key. Let's try to do this challenge. The neighborhood HOA hosts a static website on Azure storage. An admin accidentally uploaded an infrastructure config file that contains a long-lived SaaS token. Use Azure CLI to find the leaked token and report where it lives. Okay, let's do this. Let's open the terminal. And then it's again Azure, and I think we can do this challenge again by finish, but I'm not going to. Vim finish. Vim user bin finish. It exists here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna do it legit way. So let's start by listing all resource groups. Az group list -o table. We see all of the resource groups. Now let's find storage accounts in the neighborhood resource group. So let's copy this. And let's find all of the storage accounts. These are the storage accounts that we have. These are all of the resource groups. And then these are the names of the storage accounts. Next, we have someone mentioned there was a website here. Maybe it's a static website. And then we should be able to AZ storage blob service property show account name auth mode login. And we need to insert account name. I'm just gonna copy this. The account name, I guess let's pick the first one, though this one looks weird because it has another kind, so I'm just gonna copy this. And then paste in the auth mode, enabled false. So maybe we don't have to list this HOA security because the prompt up here didn't change. Let's go from the top. Let's paste this. So it's hosting an index.html file. Let's see what containers exist in the storage account. You will need to use AZ storage container list. We need to specify account -name neighborhood HOA, the same one that we listed above. dash dash auth mode login, the same auth mode that we used above. Neighborhood HOA. We have $web and then public storage container. Examine what files are in the static website container. So we need to examine the files. So let's try to research this command. Az storage container. We probably could use help, but I'm just gonna use the documentation. Can we do like show or something like that? We have this list here. We have container show. It takes the name as an input, then account name, auth mode, and that's it. So easy storage container show. Then we need to copy account name and auth mode, and then dash name is going to be web. And as it says, we need to put it in single quotes. The client with object does not have authorization to perform this action. All right, so we cannot perform this action this way. Let's look at az storage blob again. Let's see. Examine the files are what files are in the static website container. What other commands do we have with container? Let's see, list, metadata, policy, show permission. It's either we miss something in the show command. Let's look through it. Blob endpoint, maybe we need this one. Can we list public? We cannot. And we cannot list $web as well. Let's see. Storage blob download we had. List. Maybe we need to do this with list. Show. I'm just going through these. Let's do az storage blob list container name. Let's just switch up command here. Not actually an expert in Azure, as I said. It needs a container name, and I don't think we have one. Storage container list. So with that, instead of dash name, let's do container name $web. And we listed files. So take a look at the files here. What stands out? And try examining a suspect file. So I guess we can do the same thing with, or maybe we can do the show thing that we had here. So probably I can just change list to show, and then we can show dash name is going to be this one, and then dash file /dev /std out as shown in the example. We cannot do that. Maybe we need to put this in quotes. Let's just do a download az storage blob download. This one, storage download. Okay, download. Let's see what parameters does it take. account name, auth mode. We put everything in here. Doesn't need the container name, connection string, file, name. That's not it. Let's see, we have the name, container name, easy storage, blob show. What else do we have? Let's look at the show command. Easy storage blob show. Where was that command? Here. So it takes account name, auth mode. These are not interesting. Container name, name. It doesn't take in a file. Let's do show without the file parameter. I copied it correctly. I think we should be able to download. I'm not sure why can't we do that. Because it has the sim dash dash file slash dev slash std out. We do not have authorization. Storage blob download. Count name, auth mode, container name. Maybe without these. Let's look at storage commands. Storage show. It doesn't have dash dash file, which indicates me it's not this as well. Easy storage. Let's look at the quick start. Storage blob list. Download a blob. Count name, container name, name, file, auth mode. Let's try listing this again. V in the end. So we can list. Let's list again. Let's put in download here, and then maybe let's put it in the way they put it in the official documentation. So first goes account name, then the container name, then dash dash name. Dash dash name is, let's try first of all maybe with account.html, and then after that it goes with auth mode. So let's delete the auth mode from here. Login. Dash dash file is slash dev slash std out. So we can list about.html. What about the file here? Maybe we need to copy it with the double quotes. And we can list it for some reason now here. Can we list it without the double quotes now? Yes, we can. So not sure what was happening. Maybe we had to put it in the order that I put it in the last thing. And then we have two more challenges here. So we see Azure again. Please make sure the town's Azure network is secured properly. The neighborhood HOA uses Azure for their IT infrastructure. Audit their network security configuration to ensure production systems aren't exposed to internal attacks. They claim all systems are properly protected, but you need to verify there are no overly permissive NSG rules. So we need to secure the prod. Let's wait for this challenge to start. Let's close these tabs up here because we don't need them anymore. So let's do a Z group list. And then we get all of the groups here. Great. Now let's see the same data in table format. And now let's list it as tables. Table format, AZ group, list the show table. And then we can see in the table format, and it's a little bit prettier. Let's take a look at network security groups. So let's do Azure Network Security Groups, list-o table. And then we can see all of the security groups. We have production here, and they asked us to secure production, inspect the network security group. Here is the network security group, and it's given its resource group, name, resource group. So what we need to do is network NSG show, and then this one. If you're wondering how do I remember this, I just looked at this documentation, and in here after the hashtag, we can see AZ network NSG show, exactly as I typed it, and then we can see all of the network rules. Inspect the network security group. Didn't we do that? Oh, we need to list now. Okay. Azure network NSG rule list. Let's examine the rule. And then we can see everything here. And we have the security rules just in this format. Take a look at the rest of NSG rules and examine their properties. After enumerating the rules, enter the command string to view the suspect rule and inspect its properties. Hint after review fields such as direction, access protocol, source destination, and port settings. Okay, so let's do that. So they asked us to secure the production. I guess we can just look through these to see if anything sticks out. Allow backup outbound. Not interesting. Active Directory identity outbound. Not interesting. Monitoring outbound. Deny all inbound. DNS from VNet. Allow monitoring inbound. Allow Azure Bastion. Not interesting. Maybe Azure Bastion destination port. Maybe not. Not sure. I think that was not interesting. Let's look at the production rules, rule list. Should it be the resource group? It is the name. We need to replace the NSG name with production istas in RG1. I think. Yes, in RG1. Deny all inbound, allow RDP from internet, which is definitely not good. So we should probably inspect this one. How do we do this? Let's do Azure Network NSG rule show and then dash name maybe, and then we probably need to MSG dash name. Then we need to resource group name. How was that defined? Resource group like this. Oh, we need to delete 2 of those. Then NSG name is going to be NSG dash production dash east dash name maybe. All right, nice work. So this is the malicious rule, and we did everything that was needed to be done. So this wasn't difficult. The last challenge just caught me off guard because I didn't know how to download the blob. And then the last challenge from these objectives is owner. That's, I guess, the last easy challenge. Clock law, I think I'm not gonna read this. The neighborhood HOA uses Azure for their IT infrastructure. Again, Azure for Azure challenges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Already kind of tired from Azure. The neighborhood network admins use RBAC for access control. Your task is to audit their RBAC configuration to ensure they're following security best practice. Claim all elevated access uses PIM. Not sure what PIM is. Privileges identity management. Why does it show it in Lithuania? Security refers to the security controls process used by monitor, manage, and audit access to privileged accounts and sensitive resources within an organization. Okay, but you need to verify that there are no permanently assigned owner roles. Let's open the terminal. Let's connect to yet another Azure challenge. Great. So let's learn some more Azure CLI. The data square parameter with JMES path syntax. Okay. So AZ account list dash query, and then let's do .name like that. So we are querying accounts, and we have the neighbors. You can do some more advanced queries using conditional filtering with custom output. Okay, I will just copy this. I'm not gonna type it out. So we list accounts again, and we listed state with enable, and then we return name and ID. Pretty simple. Let's take a look at the owners of the first listed subscription, passing the first subscription ID. Okay, so we need to look at owners of the subscription. The first ID is this one. Then like this, and then the query. So we have role definition of owner. And we can see that owner, we got returned something here. We have name, we have principal name, principal type, definition name. Okay. Okay. There is a group present for the owner permission. However, we've been assuring this is PIM enabled group. Currently, no PIM activations are present. Let's run the previous command against the other subscriptions to see what we come up with. So we have to run against all of these subscriptions. And what I thought is that we can probably query through all of these. Do we have GQ on the system? we do. So we can maybe do some GQ magic. So I'm gonna first of all escape from these bracket braces. I'm not wait, brackets. Not sure how they are called. Sorry. So we escaped from these, and then we are gonna take all of the IDs here. So pipe it2 dot ID like this. And then what I will do is I will take just the raw output, and then we have all of the IDs. The next thing that I will do is I will create a bash for loop. So for this, you don't have to do this, but I will just do it for fun and to show you how can you use bash to do some automation here. So we are gonna go through all of these IDs, and then we are gonna run the command that we ran above to list all of the roles with owner, I guess, or are those groups A0 role assignment list? I'm not sure. But we need to list with role definition of owner. So I'm gonna paste in this here. I'm gonna delete this ID that we had previously, and then I'm gonna type in $I for the ID because we named our variable I in this bash for loop. So what are we doing? We're looping through this command, looping through all of these IDs, and then we are putting it in the subscriptions, and then we are looking for the role definition of owner, and then unexpected token. What did we miss here? Dash R, syntax error. Oh, for I in, we forgot the in keyword. Syntax error for I in AZ. Oh, and also we need to do AZ role list and then done. I think this should be correct. Yep, and we are listing all of these. And we can see here, we can see that one of those groups were IT admins. So we need to now take this IT admin group and do something with it. Looks like you are onto something here, because all of those other groups had PIM enabled, and this IT admins group presumably doesn't have PIM enabled. We were assured that only the PIM group was present for each subscription. Let's figure out the membership of that group. Hint, use the azad member list command, pass in the group ID instead of the name. Okay, azad member list, azad group member list, azad member list, group with ID false. Maybe we need to pass in dash group, and the ID of the group is going to be probably the principal ID, like this. And then we listed the group here. Well, that's annoying. Looks like we have a nested group. Let's run the command one more time against this group. So this is a nested group, and we have another ID here. Do we need the principal ID or just this one? Maybe just this one. Let's run this command again. What do we get here? And then we can see that the display name is firewall Frank, which has, I guess, misconfiguration in it. Elevated access instead of permanent assignments. Permanent, wait, I think, great, you discovered firewall Frank, the IT administrator with permanent owner access. This is a security risk. IT staff should not have privileged identity management for elevated access instead of permanent assignments. Permanent owner roles create persistent attack paths and violate least privileges principles. Okay, so we need to type in finish to finish this task. And we did the first wave of the challenges, and we unlocked more challenges. I'm gonna take a quick pause. I'm gonna pause the video here, take some water, and then I'm gonna come back to doing this challenge. All right, I am back, and I'm gonna continue doing the challenges. Let's look at this first challenge, which is called retro recovery. So we are given a file which is called floppy.img. And then this fat12 floppy disk image must have been under an arcade machine here in the retro store. When I was a kid, and I want just to point out that our difficulty has increased here, so this will be a little bit more difficult challenges. When I was a kid, we shared words by hiding things as deleted files. I remember writing programs in BASIC, so much fun. My favorite was Star Trek. The beauty of file systems is that deleted doesn't always mean gone forever. So we'll probably need to restore deleted files. Ready to dive into some digital archaeology and see what secrets this old disk is hiding. Download the floppy disk image and see what you can find. So let's download this floppy image. Maybe we need to download it from here. Okay, we have this floppy.img, so I'm gonna move from my downloads folder floppy.img to here. I'm gonna remove them because it didn't really work, and then this as well. And then we have this floppy.img. So let's run file against it, and it's just a file that we can mount. So I think we can mount -o loop. First of all, sudo make dir /mount /challenge. Maybe I will just create one mount for any challenge that I will do in the future. And then mount -o loop floppy.img /mount /challenge. And then we need to run this as sudo. So if I cd to /mount /challenge, we can see that we have something here. -la, we have only this, and we have a bunch of .exe files. Not sure what are those files actually, and I cannot run these. So what I will do is I will Google, I will go back to ctf / I guess 2025 sans, and then restore deleted files from, I need to close this tab here, from floppy disk images lun. Let's see, we can use tools like test disk or photo rec. Recovering floppy disks. Let's see, photo rec. Use test disk for recovering files from the floppies. Let's try this test disk tool. Test sudo apt install test disk. Test disk. Let's see. We don't need logging. Select media. I guess this one. Partition type. Maybe this is not the tool that we would like to use. Let's reset the terminal. What other options do we have? I think I had something in my notes for disk recovery, so I'm gonna open my notes here. Am I showing the whole screen here? I think I'm only showing, can I maybe show you the notes? Let's go to, I don't think I can. I have this data recovery tool from other stuff that I did to recover data, sudo apt install data recovery. Does this exist on here, data recovery Linux tool? There was like this tool which was called data recovery. I think I did it on Arch Linux. I'm gonna check out what package that was. Let's see, -ss data recovery. So I'm just gonna copy its description here, and then I'm gonna paste it. Let's see, Control-Shift-C. Why can't I paste it? Let's see. Let's just type it myself. gtk/lib add vita application for data recovery using ddresq and autorep. Data recovery tool. Let's see, it's on GitHub. And it's updated like really frequently. Let's see, can I download it easily? Let's clone this repo. Git clone this. Do I have Meson? Yes, I think I do. So I can just cd and then do everything. And then is there /bin directory? Debian. Oh, we just have the Debian build, I think. Download install from OBS. Did it build successfully? Maybe it did. Data recovery, and we have it here. So the following request tools are not available in your system. So we need to sudo apt install ddresq. Are defined? Are they in the apps? Yes, they are. So we can just download these packages. And then let's try to use this tool. On this floppy.image. Let's quit. Let's open data recovery again. We still don't have ddresq. Yes, Cali. Let's quit again, and then let's launch this tool again. Then we have everything here. Select image file. Let's go to ctf/2025 sans, and then floppy image disk, the small size. Let's see. Remove duplicates, keep corrupted files, save logs and reports, file types. Let's just save everything. Choose destination. Let's go here. Let's create a new folder. Maybe recovered, and then select, and then search. Data recovery in progress, recovery complete, close. So it says that it has completed. Let's now go to recovered, and then we have a couple of directories here. Let's go to corrupted first of all, because that's the most interesting for me. And we don't really file this one. Nothing interesting. Let's go to dovecot, file star. All of these are data. Let's look at how they look. Not interesting. Let's go to txt. F003. Let's go through them one by one. Immediately, I can see that this is a basic program, and here we can see Star Trek. And Star Trek was that program that was mentioned on the task. And I can immediately also see this string here. So, and it looks like it's base64 encoded. So let's pipe it to base64-decode. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. That doesn't really seem like an answer. Let's see. Objectives. Let's scroll down a bit here. Retro recovery. And see what you can find. Maybe it is. Let's try it. Let's copy and then let's paste. And yep, that was the password. Can we actually run the game though? Run basic programs. Basic online compiler. I'm not gonna go into that because I've already been recording for like an hour and 20 minutes. So let's just move on to the other challenge. This one was pretty easy. Let's see. The same difficulty as previous challenge. Mail detected. So here's our situation. These gnomes have been sending JavaScript-enabled emails to everyone in the neighborhood, and it's causing chaos. We had to shut down all the email clients because they were blocking the malicious scripts, kind of like how we would ground aircraft until we clear a security threat. The only safe way to access the email server now is through curl. Yes, the HTTP tool. Think you can help me use curl to connect to the IMAP server and hand down these gnome emails? Let's try to connect with curl. Okay, I think that's the same thing. The only safe way to access the email server now is through curl. Trust the HTTP tool. Yes, we are using curl to connect to IMAP. It's unconventional, but it's secure. Use curl to safely connect to the IMAP server and hand down one of those GNOME emails. Find a malicious email that wants to exfiltrate data to a pastebin service and submit the URL of that pastebin service in your badge. The IMAP service is running locally on this port, and we have credentials. Okay, so I'm gonna Google how to connect to IMAP via curl. Curl commands to query IMAP servers. Okay, so we have this. Let's look at some more examples. Status inbox messages. Get count of unseen. Get count of messages in mailbox inbox. How do we list everything? List all mailboxes folders. What about credentials? We also need to connect with some credentials here. Do we have some comments to connect with credentials? --user, IMAP login, IMAP pass. Maybe that's the way. So let's try, first of all, let's try to, let's list all of the mailboxes. So I'm gonna just copy and paste this command. Let's leave this -x, -- name. Let's copy this. I think it was -- name, if I'm not mistaken. -- user. Okay. User, like this. List everything. IMAP not secure because it said on port 143, and IMAP secure is on port 993, I think. I think it's 993. And the IMAP service is on localhost. Quotes command return error. List. Let's do it without. Maybe IMAP s. Return end of aisle. Let's put it in quotes. 127.0.0.1 maybe. Quote command returned an error. Okay, IMAP commands. Do we need that A1 thing or not? Maybe we do. Maybe our user is wrong. Quote command return an error. Yes, that's how we do the user thing. I don't see -x. Capital X. Let's try to run another command maybe. Or maybe we need to put in the -x after the user. Quote command returned error. Let's remove the quotes here. Maybe we need to put it in double quotes. Let's just run this without x. It still says the same thing. curl -n IMAP 127.0.0.1. What's IMAP s? Let's copy this and then let's Google what the hell is this error. Failing due to additional quotes. In this case, error is curl. So if you want to use, not sure what is the error. Kind of confused. Let me look at my notes. I have IMAP commands. Let's see, IMAP. In my notes, it's not -n, it's -k. Let's see, -k. And now we magically are working. Why does -n not work? What does it do? curl dash dash help, I think all, as stated above, to list all of the help commands. Let's look for grep -n. -n must read.net rc for user and password. So that's why it wasn't working, because -n was looking for netrc file, which we didn't have. And -k is insecure, which allows insecure communications. All right, so now we can list all of the inboxes, as we saw here somewhere. List everything. Let's delete these single quotes. Then we have these inboxes. And now, I think what we can do is delete this, and then let's do spam, for example. Has no children. Oh, spam. Let's see. Does it say how do we query inboxes? Fetch mail /inbox uid1. Let's try to do that. And we get some data from the email. Let's scroll up a bit. We have a lot of different data. So from the exercise, we saw that we need to get pastebin. So I'm gonna try to do bash scripting again to get some stuff working. So what I will do right now is I will escape this sign, and then I will put it in the double quotes, so I can put $i as the UID and spam as $, let's say A. After that, what I'm gonna do is write a for. I will scroll up a little bit just to copy that command which lists all inboxes. Which one was that? The command that we ran was this one, curl-k and list. So I will copy this one, and then I will for now just list this, and then I'm gonna try to get all of these fields only. So awk, I'm gonna use the awk tool -f, and then I think I can just put in a space, and then like this, print $5, $5, like this, or -f, okay, 4 is dots and 5 is this. So what I'm gonna do with this output is I'm gonna put it in a for loop for I in this. Then after that, I'm gonna do for b in. I'm gonna do sequence from 1 to maybe 20. Maybe 20 emails is enough. And for b in sequence from 1 to 20, do. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do that command, which I did above. I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna do curl IMAP, and I have $A for the inbox, so for A in this, and then do for B in this sequence, so I'm gonna do B here, and then with user. After that, I'm gonna do a pipe, and then I'm gonna grab for paste bin, and I'm gonna do done like this and done like this, because after doing these two for loops, I need to end them both with done. I think it should work. Oh, curl using bad or illegal format. That's fine. Let me just do echo this command. And I'm gonna just remove this grep. Let's see, how does it look like? As I can see, this backspace is not doing what I wanted it to do. Echo on this. Let's just go back. Okay, do curl this. It shouldn't work now because I'm in single quotes, but maybe if I escape them like this, maybe it will work then. Nope. So where is it failing? We have UID5 user and the password. Can I maybe surround this in single quotes? No, I can't really do that. Okay, let's Google bash for loop symbol in single quotes. Bash loop adds single quotes. Let's see, how long is this video already? It's an hour and 42 minutes. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to fix my command because the video is already really long. So let's scroll up a bit and then let's give some input to chatgpt.com. I think I should be able to do all of the tier 2 challenges today. Maybe then we will continue with tier 3 if there's going to be an interest in them. But for now, let's just continue with tier 2s, and I'm gonna do them a little bit quicker. So fix my for loop. Let's see. It looks like you're trying to use a curl command. You're curl using that error. This issue arises when you from how you're handling the IMAP curls, URLs, and message IDs in the loop. I'll help you refactor the code to fix that. Let's see. Refactored code. So it does the first for loop for I in this, for B in this. Construct the proper URL format from IMAP UID. Now call curl with the constructed IMAP. So I can just construct it by doing that. Huh, interesting. Then I can call curl with this. And let's see if I can manage to fix it myself. Do, then construct this IMAP URL, and then curl $IMAP underscore URL. Mm. Let's do echo $nmap underscore URL. It's nothing. Construct this. And then I need to put in a semicolon, probably. The $sign URL is still wrong. Not what was I expecting for. Let's give it to ChatGPT. It's the same thing. You're not including a @ symbol between the server and the folder. And it's hallucinating because I don't want it to do that. Very bad. Let's try to copy this code using that format. Curl select field. Select field, select field, select field. I've already come a long way with this. Do I want to give up or not is the question. Let's just not waste any more time on this. What I'm gonna do is I will just list all of the inboxes here. And then I'm gonna call curl. And then I'm gonna grab for paste bin. I'm gonna start from spam and then go to inboxes. So let's just do it all manually. Sorry for like all this dash crap, which I didn't manage to do. UID is going to be equal to 1. Let's first of all not grab for paste bin. Let's look through this. It looks fine. Grab paste bin. 2. And of course, on the second one, we have this space bin URL, which kind of annoyed me because I thought I was gonna need to take a little bit longer. I wanted to fix that error and I didn't copy it. All right, let's write everything again. Curl-k local IMAP localhost spam UID is equal to 2 dash user this I cannot, it's just broken. Hello. Okay, let's restart it once again. I'm starting to get annoyed and it's not working right now. Oh, it's working now. Okay. So curl -k IMAP localhost /spam UID is equal to 2. And then dash user is this user. Enter. And then grep for paste bin and then copy this. Let's see if it copied. Yes, it did. And then I can submit the answer. Took a while for this very easy challenge. Didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. We will probably have a challenge with an Idor right now, because Idorable Bistro, whatever. I need your help with something urgent. A gnome came through Sasaboon today, poorly disguised itself as a human, apparently asking for frozen sushi, which is almost as terrible as that fusion disaster I had to endure that one time. Based on my previous work finding either bugs in restaurant payment systems, I suspect we can exploit a similar vulnerability here. I was at a talk recently and I learned some interesting things about some of these payment systems. Let's use that receipt to dig deeper and unmask the gnome's true identity. We see some kind of a talk, which is not interesting right now. It's very loud. Having fun with Idor attacks, so we will need to exploit an Idor. Let's see, we have received a verification system and nothing else, presumably. Let's look at the page source, and we have, for testing purposes only, we have demo links, so we can copy this receipt and then paste it in here. So immediately the first thing that I think is that our customer could be the answer. Oh, didn't mean to get a hint. I wanted to put in the name, because we need a gnome, but also the gnome was asking for frozen sushi and I don't see frozen sushi here. But maybe this could be some kind of frozen sushi, I don't know. Sorry, that's incorrect. All right. A gnome came to apparently asking for frozen sushi. Let's use this receipt to dig deeper. Okay, so we need, let's try to, maybe we can do 5 here. No. We can maybe copy this. Maybe it's basics foreign coded. Maybe, but it really doesn't mean anything for me. Let's look at the page source again, and we can see initial receipt ID, this one, and we have a fetch to API receipt ID, and we have the ID, so probably vulnerability is going to be there. I'm gonna open up Kaido, close this. I will just continue as guest, whatever. Let's go to HTTP history. Let's delete everything. I cannot do that. Whatever. Let's turn on Kaido. It says, is this? Okay. So we need to get the certificate in, which is annoying. Chrome, Linux, download C certificate. Let's put it in our downloads folder. Replace. Go to settings in Chrome. Certificates. Security, and then manage certificates. Installed by you. Import trusted. Is this how you import? Maybe. Reload. Manage certificate. Oh, your certificates. Wait. Kaido? Not this one. Import, enter certificate password, nothing maybe. I have no idea how to import certificates. Oh, maybe interest certificates? Okay, it's working now. And we get that API fetch. So let's send it to repeater. So I guess I need to log in to use this. So I'm gonna just Kaido open again. I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna log in. Alright, so I logged in. I had to change the date on my PC. So it matched the date which is currently here. So I can send it now to the replay tab. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send it to automate. Let's take this ID, put a plus here. Numbers from 0 to, let's do 200. And then let's loop through all of these. Let's look for only status code 200. And there are a bunch of them. I guess we had a hint that he offered frozen sushi. So I'm gonna do HTTPQL query, which is just going to say that raw response contains frozen maybe. And we have one hit here. Offered, got frozen roll. Insisted on increasingly bizarre rolls and demanded one be served frozen. Okay. That's the customer. Copy this. Let's try to paste it. And we have completed this challenge. It was pretty easy as well. Let's go to this next one. All right then. Those bloody gnomes have proper messed about with the neighbor's Wi-Fi, changed the admin password, probably mucked up all the settings a lot. Now I can't get online and it's doing me head in it. We own this router, so we are just taking back what's ours here. You reckon you can help me hack past whatever chaos these little blighters left behind? What is the Wi-Fi password found on the router's config? Okay. We have this router. And can I open it in another website? Like, not in this terminal, but somewhere else? Just login, admin login. Let's see, does burp intercept this traffic? It should. Kaido. View page source. So probably I cannot open it in another page, though it seems to me like it's just a normal website. But all of the buttons don't work. It says too many failed attempts. Maybe this is the website. Yep, it is the website. So I can now just do it from here. Let's see, it should say too many failed attempts. somewhere in post. Oh, it's not doing a post actually. Let's just Google the routers version which we have down here. Exploit. Let's see. We have an authenticated command injection. Pretty simple stuff. Let's see. How does it do the injection? So it's taking the router's IP address and then it's putting, let's just put it in a new pane. Let's see, can we actually replicate it? Router name. Okay. CGI bin this. And then it puts in a command here. So let's do ID, for example. It says okay, and then we have easy command execution. Very simple stuff. Now can we get a shell or can we not? Bash. Permission denied. Bash. Okay, I'm just gonna copy the URL and then paste it in browser so it automatically URL encodes whatever it needs. --c bash, but probably we do not need. Okay, whatever. I will just find the config file myself. So what I'm gonna do, find /-name star.cnf to dev null. It's going to look for all the config files. Command contains forbidden characters. All right, I thought it was gonna be a little bit simpler. Find -name -name is going to be star.cnf. Command failed or not found. So forbidden characters. Is it / which is forbidden? Nope. So it must be this. Yep. So we cannot use semicolon. Can we use pipe? No, we cannot. Okay. So there's no .conf files. Is there .conf? Find name. We have two conf files and then cnf. Nope. So let's try to read them. So let's do, let me just put it in a new pane. Let's do cat %20 this. And we have web interface configuration. Do we have some kind of a password here? And this looks like a password for me. It was a pretty cool challenge. I'm not sure why were these characters not allowed. Maybe it's because they didn't want us to get a shell. So let's submit the answer here and then let's move on. The next challenge is row nomes identity provider. As a pentester, I proper love a good privilege escalation challenge, and that's exactly what we've got here. I've got access to gnome's diagnostic interface at gnome at this address with creds, but it's just low privileges account. The gnomes are getting some dodgy updates and I need admin access to see what's actually going on. Ready to help me find a way to bump up our access level? Yeah. Okay, let's open our terminal here. Let's close everything. Don't need this stuff. Hi, Paul here. Welcome to my web server. I've been using it for GWT analysis. I've discovered the nomes have a diagnostic interface that authenticates to an admin's identity provider. Unfortunately, the gnome, these credentials discovered in 2.15 don't have sufficient access to view the gnome diagnostic interface. I have kept some notes in notes. Can you help me gain access to the gnome diagnostic interface and discover the name of the file the gnome downloaded? When you identify the file name, enter it in the batch. There's no tmux command. Dang it. All right, we have nodes. Capture gnome. So this is the website. Adnas identity provider. This is some kind of IDP. Cyber chef website. His website, site HTML files, gnome credentials, authentication required page, request IDP login page, authenticate to IDP, pass auth token to gnome. So we have some kind of GWT challenge here. Let's try to authenticate to IDP. We have this GWP. I'm gonna just, it starts from here. Vim GWT. I'm gonna paste it here for now. Then I'm gonna take it and then token and insert GWT, cat GWT. And then we have a session here, which is also looks like GWT. And then curl with this session. And then this URL. We have gnome diagnostic interface and gnome diagnostic interface here. Diagnostic access is only available to admins. Okay, so we have two Vim GWT1. We have two GWTs. Let's see. Let's copy this again, Vim GWT1. Okay, so I'm gonna transfer these to my own computer, make their GWT chal, move GWT chat to GWT chal because I typoed that. And new Vim GWT1, and then I'm gonna paste in this, and then I'm gonna cat GWT, copy this, GWT, cat GWT. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna examine this GWT, probably in burp suite. Oh no, I think Idle already has some kind of GWT plugin here. Let's see, go to plugins, GWT. Hello? Doesn't work. Let's look for it myself. GWT analyzer, install. Let's go to this analyzer and then paste in the GWT. With xlib you can copy it and then decode. We can see the header, and I'm just gonna talk through what attacks might be present. And of course it says critical tokens contains GKU parameter in header, and basically GKU points to gwkeys.json. So maybe we can control this parameter, or maybe we can put in like // let's see, null, and then it could be exploitable like that as well. Then we can see admin false, so we probably have to change admin to true. The kid could be exploited in some way. I don't actually remember. Now let's look at the GWT1. Let's paste it here, decode. It doesn't work. GWT.io. It's a website to analyze GWTs. Let's see. It says is admin false and then gnome, and decoded payload is nothing. So let's do copy the first part, echo this base 64-D. This is the first part. The second part and the third part will probably be gibberish, as GWT.io and Haido didn't manage to decode them, and they are gibberish. So what I will do first is I will take this input, and then I will basically just echo this, and then change false to true, and then dash echo dash n, so it doesn't add a new line there, and then base 64. Then let's copy this, paste here, copy the remaining part, and then let's see if we can escalate like this. Let's go here, cat notes, paste this token here. Let's copy the curl command. I press Ctrl-Shift-C again, and then the ending part, it says not logged in. The next step that I can try is to, how do I do this? I will have to probably create a script, which, okay, let's do vim to do. So the script is going to take this, wait, let me actually just look at chost file, and everything is running on localhost, it seems like. So this tool, what we'll have to do is going to curl this website. It's going to host a Python web server, vim to do. Host a Python web server. Do we have Python here? Yes, we do. Great. So Python 3-mhp.server. And we can host Python server on port 8000. On port 8000, the server will contain malicious JWT, what was that parameter? Cat notes. The parameter, wait, GKU with gwcase.json. Can I copy it somehow? Of course not. Let's copy this, go to gwt.io, and then, not actually sure, they broke this website. I cannot modify this now, so it kind of sucks. Let's try to modify this GKU. So, malicious, this file on host 127.0.0.1. Then after hosting this, jwcase.json will be signed, and then server will authenticate using our malicious cookie. Okay, so we will try to do this. I'm not gonna write the code myself because I'm already recording for more than 2 hours. So I'm gonna copy this and go to chatgpt.com because that's my theory. And ChatGPT will probably not let me do this because I'm not logged in. So I'm gonna open another ChatGPT session and I'm gonna ask it to do that. And I'm not gonna show you because I am authenticated on my other monitor. So just give me 1 second. I'm gonna do that really quickly. Okay. Let's try this script. I hope it works. Let's see, I will just change some parameters here. As I can see, it didn't generate it just as I wanted it to look like. But I'm gonna change it myself. So let's see. Let's try to do vim exploit.py. It didn't copy. Hello? I hope it works. It doesn't want to work. All right. It's difficult writing everything myself because I've already taken a lot of time on this CTF actually. So I don't really want to do that. Which is why I'm gonna try to somehow transfer the file. So I'm gonna pause the video really quickly and then I'm gonna come back once I do everything because I realize that I am kind of just stalling here. So I'm just gonna pause the video really quickly. So After I have tried to pause the video and do everything, my computer crashed, and I had to do everything all over again. But I have it now. It's exploit.py, and it's the exploit that we have. So what I realized in the meantime while I was looking at everything is that in our nodes we have his CyberChef website, so we will not have to host it on port 8080 like I was initially hoping that we will have to do, and it will be a little bit easier because I already tested. I have this test.html here, so if I cat // nodes and then curl his CyberChef website, Control C, copy this, curl this test.html, we get test, which is what I put in test.html file. So what we will have to do, first of all, I just want to test if my theory is correct, and we can do that easily by just looking at access log. And we have this, can I actually wipe access log? Remove access.log? Yes, I cannot. All right, so basically what I will do is I will cat nodes again and do this process one more time. So curl this website, I guess. Let's get the token. Then I'm gonna copy this token and I'm gonna go to here, and I have this in my tools, a JWT tool. And this tool basically lets me modify HTTP, like all of the HTTP JWT things. And here we also have the JWT tool, which is what I figured out, because we had some notes about, we had some clues about JWT tool, but in here I couldn't actually find anything too interesting. There are only some kind of configs and custom things. So not sure if there's this JWT tool in here, but I have it in my own directory, so I can run uv run --script jwt tool.py, and then I can give it the JWT that we have from here. What I'm gonna do, where does it begin here? Copy this and then paste in the JWT, and then I can put in -t to tamper with it, and then I'm gonna edit JKU so it is our CyberChef website /test. So it's going to be this CyberChef website /test, for example, .html, and then enter. So we have modified our JKU. I'm gonna continue, and then I'm going to maybe put admin as true, just in case we get a valid cookie somehow. We get it as true, and then copy this, and then let's paste it here, and then copy this URL, and then let's paste it in front, token like this, and then curl. Expecting value. What is actually happening here? There's so much stuff, some kind of an error. We have some kind of a secret here. But I don't really think that we can do much with it. Maybe we can forge our own. Let's go back. A Vim notes, I guess. I'm gonna save it as notes. Maybe we can, let's see. So if you have the secret, you can sometimes forge your own cookies that way. But if the server is only validating using the GKU header, then it won't work. Let's first of all check if our server reached out to us. And we can see that it did using Python requests. It says 127.0.0.1. It's because it is hosted on 127.0.0.1. But we can most probably confirm that the vulnerability works. But what I want to do is test if I can sign using this key, using this secret, and then if I can modify the values. So tamper. Oh, we don't have a JWT tool now. cd tools JWT tool uv run script JWT tool. And then let's pass in the JWT. I will just Google sign JWT with JWT secret or using JWT tool. Can I do that? JWT IO weak signing key. It's a lab on Portswigger. Let's see, solutions. We get a secret, and it says to use burp suit, and then do it in burp suit. Let's actually just do it in burp suit. So burp suit, I'm going to launch it. It will be just a little bit easier. I hope it works. Okay. Next start. I hope I can do all the challenges in time. I am already recording for 2.5 hours. It's probably my longest video yet. Pretty cool. I just wanted to do this video because I thought that it would be pretty cool to do these challenges and post them to YouTube. Let's go to burpsu JWT editor keys, new symmetry key, generate, and then replace k with generate. Know that you don't need to select a key size as it will automatically update later. Replace generated value for the key property with base64 encoded secret. Is this secret base64 encoded? Not actually sure. We can try it. Base64. Oh, I need to put in the echo-n because otherwise it adds a line break there. Okay, paste in the secret. Click OK to save the key. And which one is it? Not this one. It's this one. Okay. Go to the request. Click sign and select the key that we generate. Okay, so we can do it in burp suit. But we can't really use burps. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just get a random request in. I'll show this again. And I'm gonna paste in the cookie. Let's just scroll up a bit here. So let's take the working one first of all, and then after that I will try to do it. Okay, it is working. So after that I will try to do it with Forge if this actually somehow works. So paste this cookie here, go to JSON Web Token. Let's actually, I will just open my inspect tools, then go to network, and then can I get some request? Or not really? Am I intercepting everything? I don't want to do it in this page, so I'm just gonna refresh here. I'm gonna get a network request. Let's say this one. Let's do copy as curl. Let's paste here, and then -x is going to be HTTP, which just sets a proxy. And then I'm gonna route it through burp soup with -k. And then if I go to HTTP history, and then let's just put the JWT here, just a quick like hack or something like that. Put it here, JSON Web Token, we can see it. So let's try making it, let's just try signing it with our key. Is this our key? I already forgot. Yeah, it is. Let's do sign, and then with this key, signing algorithm, don't modify the header. Yes, okay, sign. So the JWT was signed and it ends with A. Let's try to copy it. And then let's try to paste it. And it says invalid token. So the way that we did it, it doesn't work at all. Let's see, it didn't modify the header, it didn't modify anything, we just signed it. So that doesn't work. Maybe it's, we don't have to base64 encode it. So the last thing that I'm gonna try here is creating another symmetric key and then replacing the K with the secret itself. And then click on OK. 1 to F. Let's go back. So the key is full again. And then let's click on sign. Click on the newest key, don't update anything. Copy this. And let's try to replace the token. And it says invalid token. So it didn't work. I thought that it might, but let's move on to exploit.py that ChatGPT has generated. So what it will do, it will take attacker host. The vulnerable server will fetch this URL. So what I'm gonna do is cat nodes, and then let's take CyberChef website, vim exploit.py, and then let's just put it here. All right. Then we have everything here, target username, generating RSA key pair. So it will basically do everything for us. It will generate RSA, extract the N and I think it is N and don't actually quite remember. I think it is N and E. I have done this at some point a pretty long time ago, so I don't really remember how this goes. Um, it extracts N and E, and then basically writes our payload. Yeah, as we can see, kid is going to be our kid, and then N and E are going to be extracted from the key pair, which is public and private key. This attack, I think, is demonstrated on some kind of JWT lab on Portswigger. I'm not sure though, but I'm just gonna move on now. We are gonna start a web server, which is, we are not gonna do that. We are just gonna print and then thread target start server, thread start. We don't actually need starting a server. Then we have expiry in 2 hours. It is going to build our JWT token, and it's going to give us our forged JWT. So let's try to do that. The only thing that I'm gonna do is move exploit.py to dub, and then python 3 exploit.py. And we should have everything ready here. We have this attacker jwcase.json, and I hope that it works, because if it doesn't, then I will have to do everything all over again. And that's not going to be great. And we are getting redirected. So thank God. I'm gonna add in -v so we see our session cookie. And we probably did this challenge. I'm sorry that I didn't actually showcase the full crafting exploit and everything like that. If you are interested in that, you can leave a comment down below. If someone wants it, I can make a video about how to actually exploit it, and I will explain everything step by step. But yeah, we have now this, and I think it asked us for some firmware stuff, so I'm just gonna copy everything because I don't want to lose it. Vim cd dash vim notes, and paste everything here. And what did it ask us to submit? Ready to find a way, bumper access. The gnomes are getting dodgy updates, and I need admin access to see what's actually going on. What do I have to actually submit? It's probably this. If I will have to guess, and yeah. So we did this challenge. As I said, if you want like the full explanation, I can make a video, shorter than this one, explaining how to do this. I just wanted to get over this challenge. The next one is Quant Gnome Leap. I just spotted a mysterious gnome. He winked and vanished, or maybe he's still there. Things are getting strange, and I think we are wander into a quantum conundrum. If you help me unravel these riddles, we might just outsmart future quantum computers. Cryptic puzzles, quirky gnomes, and post-quantum secrets. Will you believe me? Okay, so I'm not actually at all familiar with quantum exploitation. I know that this exists. I haven't done any challenges with it, so this will be my first time. Let's read through this. If we knew the unknown wouldn't be known. Quantum Leap TV series. You observe me, the known, and I observe you back. You see me. Welcome to my challenge. Okay. Like me, the world of cryptography is full of mysteries and surprises. In this challenge, you will learn about the latest advancements in post-quantum cryptography and how they can help secure our digital future against threats posed by quantum computers. I am a reminder that the future is uncertain, but with the right tools and knowledge, we can navigate the unknowns and emerge stronger. take the PQC leave with me. I have created PQC key generation program in the system, find it and execute it. So the first thing that I will do is I will cd, let's see, do we have anything here? The only thing is .ssh, which concerns me because we didn't SSH, but whatever. Maybe I will look at it later. Find /-name and then star pqc star first of all, and then to dev null. We have a program, user lib bin pqc keygen. Let me just try to execute it. First of all, ls-la on this program. It can be executed by us. It's owned by root. What will it say? Summary total algorithms 28. Next use the keys generated 28. Next use -t to display key characters -t. Okay. Not actually sure what we are doing here. RSA algorithm. You can use SSH keygen to see the bit size of a key. Next step, SSH into pqcserver.com. Okay, let's try to do that. SSH. Not actually sure what we are doing here. By the algorithms, it looks to me like those are SSH keys, and it's probably about SSH security. To see a bit size of a key. Okay. Permission denied public key. Oh, we need to specify, of course, the username. Gnome admin, not admin, root ls-home gnome1. Okay. Welcome, gnome user. You made the first leap. You authenticated with an RSA key, but that isn't very secure. In a post-quantum world, RSA depends on large prime numbers, which a quantum computer can easily solve without something like Shor's algorithm. Take a look around and see if you can find a way to log into nomes 2 account. So we have authenticated with an RSA key here. So I guess we now have another key, and we also have, for some reason, a bash rc file, which we didn't have in the previous challenge. Oh, it's because we had to get this. So we need to find our way into nomes 2 account. I'm gonna pause a video really quickly. I will have to do something, and then I will come back. So yeah. All right, let's continue. So we have .ssh here. So immediately what I will do is I will go ahead and try to find that same binary that we did on the previous machine. It was PQC keygen. So let's try to run it. Is it here again? I think it's the same binary, and I even think that it's the same machine. Let's look at hosts. pqcserver.com is pointing to 127.0.127.10.10.1. If I look at ifconfig, our host is 172.17.0.14. So it's not actually the same host. To see a bit size of a key. Let's try going to our home directory. Whoa. It just generated a lot of keys. And what I see from this output, we can see the bit size of the key is not actually sure if that's the bit size. If that's, let's actually look with another key from here. ID RSA 30, let's say. Yeah, we can see its bit size is 3072. But what I saw in that output of running SSH keygen over this key is that our host is gnome2. So I guess what we have to do is SSH to this server as gnome2 at this host. You're authenticated with this key smaller than RC key, but still not secure in a post-compute quantum world due to Shor's algorithm. Take a look around and see if you can find a way to log in as gnome3 account. So probably, if I had to guess, we have ID mayo2. Let's scroll up a bit. Let's take this command. ID mayo2. We have gnome3, and its algorithm is 4912. And to be honest, I've never heard of mayo2. Not actually sure what it is. It's probably some kind of an algorithm, but it's interesting. So SSH gnome3 at this host, and then you authenticated with Mayo post quantum key. So a post quantum algorithm with promising results for embedded systems. However, use Mayo with caution. Wait for a standardized implementation if when that happens. Take a look around and see if you can find a way to log in with gnome4 account. Let's see. We have this. This is not not really understandable by me. Didn't mean to copy everything there. Let's see. It has size of 288 and it's pretty small compared to the previous ones. Previous one actually. So SSH gnome4 at this. You authenticated with post-quantum hybrid key. What does that mean? A blended approach with proven classical cryptography and post-quantum cryptography. In this case, you authenticated with this key, NISP 256 DSA key, a classic elliptic curve that also uses post-quantum spins plus standardized by NIST in FIPS. All right, I'm not gonna read that. That makes this key extremely robust. According to NIST, this is a security level 1 key, which means this key is at least as strong as AS128. Instead of single exchange signature as with RSA or ED25519, this key produces two, one classical and one post-quantum, that are both checked together. If one fails, authentication fails. A hybrid approach is a great first step when testing and implementing post-quantum cryptography, giving organizations quantum agility. Take a look around and see what you can, if you can log in with the admin account. And we have yet another key. Let's run SSH keygen over this key, and we can see its bit size is 3113, and it is ECDSA NIST P521 MLDSA 87. I'm guessing that's probably even, it has another layer of security. So let's SSH admin at that host. And yep, your final stop. You authenticate with another hybrid post-quantum key. What is different? It uses a electric curve paired with this according to a security level 5, which provides the highest security level, and it's meant for the most secure environments. So this key is the most secure, and you now have access directly in the same location as SSH daemon. Take a look around for your final flag. I guess we now have to look for SSH daemon. So I will do find dot dash name star dot star ssh star and then 5 errors to dev null. And we have opt cd oqs ssh. We have flag directory. And then we can probably type out flag. All right. So let's try this flag. Let's make sure it copies. All right. And then here we go. And then we have the last challenge of Act 2. You know, there's something beautifully nostalgic about stumbling across old computer artifacts. Just last week, I was sorting through some boxes in my garage and came across a collection of floppies in my college days, mostly containing terrible attempts at programming. Finding an old disk with mysterious basic program in it, that's like discovering digital time capsule. They see incredible machine for its time, 64 kilobytes of RAM, seemed like ocean possibilities. I spent countless of hours as a kid typing a list of program listings from Compute magazine, usually making at least a dozen of typos along the way. The thing about basic program from this era is they were often written by clever programmers who knew how to hide things in plain sight. Sometimes the most interesting discoveries came from reading this code itself rather than watching it execute. It's like being digital archaeologists. You're not just looking around what program does, you're understanding how the programmer thought. Take your time with this one. The beauty of reverse engineering isn't just rushing to the answer, but in appreciating the craft of whoever wrote those old school programmers how to be creative within such tight constraints. Okay, so we have another item and we can download this basic program, and we have a basic program here that we will need to reverse engineer. Make their basic rev, cd basic rev, and then program dot bas, and then we have this basic program. I guess we need to reverse engineer this program. So we have an encrypted password and encrypted flag. It asks for an input, I guess. I have zero knowledge of basic, so I can't really tell. So it asks for an input and it stores it in pass probably. If length of password pass is equal to length of pass, go to 90 and then print access denied. It's not equal. This sign is not equal. And then if the length is equal, it is going to give us the flag. Now the question is how do we run this code? How compile a basic code in Linux. Compiling basic. Basic. It is no longer maintained. Let's see. So we can maybe use this tool. Let's try git cloning this. git clone this tool. Oh, this is some kind of a large tool. It will probably not compile for me. If I had to guess. Let's see. One way to execute basic commands built from a string is to manipulate the keyword buffer. Consider the following basic subroutine. Yeah, but how do we actually run this code? Running this code. Let's see. I mean, I can ask AI to reconstruct this code in Python, and then I can just get the flag that way. Flag for to length of encrypted flag. Do flag is equal to next type print flag. I think I can just reconstruct this. Let's do cd basic ref exploit.py, and then flag is enc flag is equal to, let's copy this encrypted flag. Then we don't need the password. We just need to reconstruct this. Let's just put it in a comment. So flag is equal to nothing for I in length. I don't actually code in Python. I actually forgot how to do for loop in Python. Okay, Python for loop. I look like such a beginner now. For X and fruits. Oh, range, right? C flag dot length. Is there length command? No documentation. Get length of string in Python. Len, not len. Then we will have to do flag is equal to flag plus. And now how do we translate this nonsense? Let's do mid in basic. Is used for cutting strings into component parts inside strings beginning by the character 1. It is. I'm recording this video for 3 hours, so I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT to do this part for me. Let's ask it to translate to Python. All right, it looks promising. I and flag XOR 7. I think return the ordinal value of a character. Return Unicode string of one character with ordinal I. I'm not a reverse engineering guy, but it makes sense to me. Print flag ev run -- script exploit.py vim exploit.py for I in string object has no attribute length. Oh, it's not like that. It's like in C flat. All right, and we have the flag. I probably look pretty bad after this last challenge, but it is what it is. I'm tired. It's pretty late. So yeah, if I submit it now, we have completed the wave 2 or whatever it's called. And now we have, I think, way more difficult challenges. Difficulty 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. This is 5, and this is 4. Okay, so if this video gets, I guess, 1,000 views, then I will do part 2, or I guess if a lot of people want it. But yeah, those challenges are way more difficult and they will take probably twice as long as all those challenges that I did just today. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more cybersecurity stuff like this. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.